Is it key to sustain a healthy relationship that two individuals must try and show consistent efforts of growth individually and together in a positive direction? Is that key? I'm going to say that again. Is it key in a relationship to sustain a healthy relationship? That two individuals must try and show consistent efforts of growth individually and together in a positive direction. Hit them comments and let me know what you think. What's your take? Um, or is that not key? Does that not matter? Or can one person grow and the other person doesn't have to grow and the relationship can still be sustained and be healthy? What you think? Do both have to show consistent efforts of change and consistent efforts of trying to grow individually and together? No matter how small it is, it can be small, but just consistent efforts, and it can look like different things. But being receptive to being held accountable is one thing. Some people don't like being held accountable, but that's one of the ways to grow. And I know because like it's not easy to be held accountable, but it helps build character. It helps build character. It's not easy. I'll be the first to admit, like it's not easy to be held accountable, but it does help build character after it's done. So that's a way to show consistent efforts and change. You know, no matter how small it is, even if at first you know you got to come back and say like, okay, I was I should have did this or whatever. You feel me? And also like when we're growing, like we got to make conscious efforts. Like we can't crucify the other person for uh, falling back or diverting back to certain things because it's part of the growth process. Okay, we got to encourage them. We gotta uplift them. But what do you do when your partner is not showing consistent efforts of growth, not even a little bit, and it's just like a fuck that attitude, fuck your growth, nigga, fuck your growth, bitch, fuck your growth, motherfucker, or whatever, What if it's that kind of attitude? Like, what do you do? Do you allow your growth to be stunted, or do you? Okay, let me see. How can I pose? Let me pose it like this. What's more important? And not to say you supposed to jump out the window right away. You always supposed to like work with people and try to, because it's a process. It's all a process. So you always supposed to work with somebody and give people time. No change is overnight. No growth is overnight. Okay? But after so long, what do you do? When you get to a point to where it seems like your growth is being stunted, or you're becoming stagnant and not growing at all, or you're actually digressing. I believe that's the word, digressing. I believe that's the word. I'm gonna check it out, but I believe it's digress. But like, what do you do then? Do you still stick around? Do you still trust the process? Do you still try to work through it? Like what's the approach to that? when you're not getting any signs of growth that the person wants to even grow by themselves. Because you can't, if you can't grow individually, you can't grow healthy together. So yeah, is it key to sustain a healthy relationship for two people to be able to grow together and individually in a positive direction, to consistently show efforts to that they want to grow individually and and together in a positive direction? Is that key in sustaining a healthy relationship? Or is it not? Like I said, small efforts is better than none. So appreciate those and encourage them, and then they'll get bigger. Encourage them, big them up. Give also, we gotta give tools, like we can't just expect ourselves or other people to just know what growth looks like. Like the same way we look shit up for bullshit on the internet, we can look shit like that up too, and it'll give us ideas of what like growth looks like and what pieces of change looks like in steps and increments. Because growth is not overnight. Okay? Growth is not overnight. So yeah, work with your partner. But also, like, what do you do when they show no change? When they don't want to, when it's like a fuck your growth attitude. I'm not growing, nigga, or whatever. That's white people shit. Or you know how our community is. So what do you do then? Do you stay stagnant? Do you allow your growth to be stunted? Or or like I was saying before, what's more important? Your growth individually, or stunning your growth to wait on another person to grow? What's more important? Let's think about it. Let's build on it. And we also got to realize that if we get to a certain point where we stunting our growth and just consistently waiting on another person to grow, and they just keep giving out the fuck your growth attitude, we missing out and letting opportunities pass us by. So yeah, this is just get us thinking about like what's really important and what we should be putting our energy into, because maybe we should be putting our energy into more growth and focusing on what that looks like individually and together in a positive direction. And not so much of, because like we feel like we growing with a person and we know a person because like we know they favorite foods and the things that they like, their colors, and the things that make them mad and sad. But the things that make us mad and stuff and sad is not like our triggers. Those are different things. Like they can be the same, but they can also be different. So yeah, it's just like it's a lot of areas that we don't know what the growth looks like. Let's build on it. Talk to me. I'll talk back and all that. Smack that like button for a young God one time. Smack that subscribe button for a young God one time. Hit me on Instagram. I_stand_on_that. I'll stand on that. Follow me. Hit me with some messages if you got any questions.